Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm doing, clearly, something with flower fairies. I have had this on my list for a journal for a very long time, and I've made loads of stuff. So I got videos on all of these things that I've made. So it's not like I haven't started this journal, but I just need to get on. So this month over on Junk Journaling for Everyone, our theme is fairies. So I am going to be working with the actual flower fairies from Cicely Mary Baker, one of my favourite childhood books, this. And so, yeah, it's bringing back lots and lots of memories. I have my book downstairs on the bookshelf, which is not going to be torn up at all. And I've got these ones that I've picked up in different secondhand bookstores. And I got this from a charity shop. This is full of lovely decoupage sheets, but they're not... oh, and that's instructions to make the things. Flip to a sheet. But they're not die cut, so I have to hand cut these. I have cut some out on my scan and cut, but it's actually quite thin paper, and it doesn't always like thin paper. So any more I'm going to do, I think I'm going to back them first before I cut them out, which is a shame because that will add a bit of bulk. But they are beautiful images, and life's too short to be cutting out. Some of them might cut out a bit better. Oh, nice big clock. Didn't know about that. So yeah, I have done some cutting. Oh, there's my glue. I did buy this little book as well. And I remember going on a train journey and fussy cutting some of these whilst on a train journey, which you don't mind so much. Some of these fussy cuts have been used in some of those tags and things, but oh, I love her. Look how beautiful is she. Purple is my favourite colour. It's a little tad shiny. I would prefer it not to be, but you know, it's still lovely. So yeah, I've got a few bits cut out. So, and oh, this is from a Stampin' Up bit of paper. I went to a Stampin' Up team event and got this sheet. And so these were some people's scraps they were chucking away, and I went, oh, give them me. I thought I might be able to use these little whimsical toadstools in this journal somewhere. Maybe not. So these are great because I have simply done some journaling cards just with the sheet. These are great. This book, well, both the books, in fact, you have to decide, do I want the Shirley Poppy Fairy, or do I want the Canterbury Bell Fairy? Now, I think it's obvious it's going for that one because I do love a bit of purple, but she's so pretty. So, yeah, I mean, some of them I do have repeats of, so I can choose one from one book and one from another. Love cornflowers. And so I've got them in this one as well. So, you know, I could pick one from one. Oh, a dog violet. Do love that. So yeah, and I've got these if I want to use those as well. So I've got loads and loads of things to use. So there we go. Stop waffling. You've been on for 4 minutes, Jez. Right, so put those to the side. So what I'm going to do is Roxy's weekly challenge. So this is coming out on Saturday. So this will be last week's. So I'm filming this on Sunday. I watched it yesterday and loved it. So this is obviously not a flower fairy thing, but it's a big pocket just made out of old book page, and I've decorated the back, decorated the front, went all a little bit Parisian. I even made my journaling card there to go inside out of, so this is two book pages, two big encyclopedia book pages. And what I've done here, let's grab a little something, is I've left a little pocket there. So if you were journaling about maybe an event you went to or something, and you had a little ticket, you could chuck it in there. That was That was what I was thinking. You could ignore it and stick it down, but that was where I was going from. And feel how hard that is. That's one of these sheets folded over, and then just that on top. So yeah, that's what we're going to make. Super easy, simple. That is what it is. So encyclopedia, so quite a big piece, you know. I mean, depending on what size you start with, it will depend on how big it is. Now we've got to try and remember how I did it. So yeah, that's how we did it. So I put it on the side. I left the little rough and ready edge from ripping it out on there because I quite liked it. Now, do you want a bit of a measure? So it is about 7 3/4 tall. I'm actually thinking on this one I am going to make it slightly shorter because I don't want it that long. So I'm going to take, because I do think that that is quite tall, so I'm going to make this one less tall. So I've got a lovely strip there of vintage faded paper, so that will get used. So what Roxy did, as she often does with her old paper, is just fold it over, fold the edges over, so that we've got a nice thick edge, because these are the edges of the pockets, so we want to be able to see them. So do the two edges of the pockets, fold over like so, and then she folded it so that there was a gap there. So if I show you on this, take that out, we have a gap there. Okay, so that gives us our pocket. How wide is that? That's just shy of 5 inches. It's gonna be very wide, but this one's not as wide. So what did I do? I took a bit off the edge. I think, oh, I just folded a bit more over. Fold a bit more over on this side. That's what we'll do. And then go there to there. So yeah, 4.5, I prefer that. So that is where we're going with that. Super simple. So I'm just going to bring in a little glue page, and I'm going to stick this down. And Rachel stamped on these edges. She had a border stamp, so she stamped on these edges because you're going to see it, and it made it look pretty. I folded these over a bit further so that all my white bit was under, so I put washi tape down mine, which I may do again actually. So just get these stuck it down. There we go. I'm not a glue stick truster, but I'm going to stick other things on, so it will be all right. And I may even sew round, not that I can get to my sewing machine right now, but yeah. So that's that. So we're going to put a little divot in this so that we know it's a pocket. So I've got that's a 1 1/4 inch circle punch. Use whatever you've got. Sort of eyeballing that to the middle, and there we go. That's that. Gone down a bit further than that is, but that's okay. So that's that. Rachel doesn't do any inking, but I do, so I am going to ink my edges because that's how I roll. Just using vintage photo. Use what you want. I do have Peek and Buy, which I love, but I picked this up, so that's what I'm using. So just a quick little fit round, and at the moment this is all very flimsy. Don't need to do the top because it's naturally like that, but yeah, so that's that. So we want to do I want to do something on this edge. So I had used washi. Oh, it's crash banged wallet. I had used washi on the other one. I'm just wondering if I got any sort of, oh, I got some butterflies there. That might be nice for a flower fairy. That was all my Parisian ones that I used on the other. Oh, that's got a nice bit of gold down there. Music spots. Oh, gingham. Do like that. I don't know what flower fairy I'm going to use. That's that one nice. Butterflies there. Oh, they're quite neutral butterflies, aren't they? Maybe we'll go for these neutral butterflies. Just thinking of that edge bit there that you can see. That was all. Yeah, right. Washi tape, I don't trust completely. So rip that off. And I'm going to put some glue stick down it because I don't want it to come off. So there we go. So I'm going to put it down the edge there, and I am going to do a bit of stamping, I think, as well. No idea what I'm going to stamp. I'm just looking at, I've got loads of border stamps. I'm just glancing around whilst I'm burnishing this. See, that's a bit better. So you can't see too much of it, but you know, ooh, you can see enough. Right, that's all a bit sticky now. Fold it over. There we go. Oh, so I need to get rid of those bits. I might just fold them over, actually. Let's just fold them over, Jez. I think I will. There we are. Saves you having a little end at the end that might come up. Yeah, we'll do that. Right, let's put you away. I may call on you again. So put you over there. Right, now then I'm gonna get, oh, there's some nice borders. We'll have these, some borders, and we might stamp these borders along there, there. Yeah, I'm going to have a join. What I'm going to do is stamp the middle section and then stamp the edge. These are photopolymer stamps, so you need a bit of a stamp mat to go with them. Where's my Pebble Path? We're going for that one. Because they've got no cushioning, you know, redwood rubber has its own cushioning, but these don't, so you have to add it yourself. So I'm going to go like that. There we go, nice little border there. And then I'm going to bring in my glasses so I can see and try and join them up. It won't be perfect. It will be good enough. Excuse my head. There we go. So I've done a wee border down there. Yep, like that. So that's what Roxy did. She stamped borders on hers. Just gonna, do you know, I have oodles of room until I start crafting, and then I don't. So what I did was, on these white bits I added some other stamping, and I sort of went for a Frenchy theme, going for a flower fairy theme here. So I'm going to pick out my papers, my flower fairies, before I start with any other decoration. So let's bring my books out. Oh, how cute is that little forget-me-not? Shall we move away from purple, Jez? Just, you know. No, how can you choose between that and that? You can't. Oh, Poppy, she's lovely. There's that one. Goodness me. Get it chosen. So, oh, I like her. Oh, I don't like that one. Oh, I want to find one where I definitely, oh, I thought that didn't have one on the back. Right. Right, I think that's too fussy. I like that. There we go. Decision made. That's only one though, Jez. You will need one for the back. So if I'm going to do that one, shall we have something of a similar sort of colour? So we're going for that sort of pinky. Completely not what I would normally do. Oh, that's nice. That's nice too. Yes, so I can't make a choice there. God, how many minutes are you going to have watching me going? Shall I, shan't I? Double Daisy. Oh, she's nice. Double Daisy. That's nice. But I'm going for that one. There we go. So we've got them. So that's made my decision about what's going on the front and what's going on the back. So that's cool. So we're going to do a bit of ripping. I might do some messy ripping of this. Not very straight. Doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. There we go. So I know this is, I don't have any Flower Fairy digitals. To be fair, I think the Flower Fairies are still in copyright. Right, I'm going to take that off there so we haven't got. Yeah, I think they're still in copyright, so you wouldn't find a digital with Flower Fairies anyway. I might be wrong there. I haven't really looked it up. So that's cool. So we'll do this one the same. That's not the one you're doing. You're doing this one, you Burke. It was nearly a disaster, darling. So there we go. And then we're going to Double daisy. They're gorgeous. I always think of daisies as white with a yellow middle. That's a different sort of daisy. I love daisies though. I do love them. And I've got some flower die cuts that I might... Oh, that was nearly a disaster. Because this paper's quite thick. There we go. That's lovely. Right, bin, Jez, bin. You don't need shiny white paper. So that's cool. So I want some things behind it. I used some of the papers that we got in the grabby bag from the retreat I went on. I bet there'll be nice papers in this. Let's have a look. So some of these nice sort of greeny ones. They're really nice, aren't they? That'll be not big enough. Not big enough. Let's go for the big sheets. Let's just pull out some of the different greeny ones. Let's see what we might use. Because they stamped on really well as well. I stamped on them. I can't pick nothing out. There we go. So, I like that one. Oh, yes. I like that one. Oh, that's nice too. Oh, that's nice. There we go. So let's have a little audition with these to see what will go with what. So should we fan them out and we can kind of go along and see what we like. So it's not that one, Jez, it's that one. So I like that. I like that. I might go for those two. Gosh, that was a really quick decision. Whoa, what's happening? That I made such a quick decision. So, yeah, liking that. Like that. So I want this edge to maybe not be quite so white. So go around with my blending brush, make it not quite so white. Oh, just add an interruption there. So yeah, go around that. Do the same on the other. Now it's going to be really irritating because I stopped filming, so now I have no idea what the time will be. So yeah, that's a bit better. So I want to rip this down a bit to where we want it. So I might just ruler rip this one. I ripped it last time with the same ruler I did that one, but I don't want to do that on this one. So I might just rip by hand. Rip by hand, Jez. And these little bits will be saved. So, and down there. And come along there. And I might come down like that. Yep. Got a little skunk in the corner there, which I would kind of like to see. Oh, I've ripped that far too narrow now. What a book. Right, so I've ripped this far too narrow. Now she's just ripping it up. I want to see that skunk. We've got the notch there. Oh, we can see a little bit round there and a little bit round there, can't we? Yeah. Doesn't have to be framed. And I could, if I wanted to, stick a bit of this on there because you're not going to see. But I have cut this quite wide anyway. Yeah, I could shove that into there if I wanted to. So that's that. Do one at a time, and then I might do this one off camera if it's going to be a long video. So we have that. So we've got a few little flowers. I'm not sure if I've fussy cut many out. Let's have a little look. Probably not. So what have we got here? She's cute. Got that. Quite like that. Got nothing else fussy cut. Wow. That's very useful, Jess. Might have to do a bit of fussy cutting to add some of these little bits to it. So we're just in the realms of decorating and deciding what I want. I might have some stamps as well with flowers and fairies. Let's have a little gander at some of my stamps. Going for the more sort of pinkified ones. Looking through. Anything jumping out? Anything at all? Just jump out at me. Say, use me, Jess. Use me. No. Nothing. So I bet the ones I want are the ones that I haven't yet sorted, that are still in. So, oh, I've got a bit of a doily. That's orange there, Jess. Might find something a bit more pinky over there. Oh, we've got the, oh yeah, got lots of lovely flowers in this. She's lovely. That one, I like that one. Yeah, that one's cool as well. So I'll have a little idea. Oh, that one. That's really nice with that one, isn't it? Yeah, that's my stamp, Scott. Do you know, I can take forever over some decisions, and then other decisions I can make really quickly. That's a bit pinky. I could cut that one up. Yeah, cut that one up somehow. And then we've got these ones. Oh, I've got that one that was avocado dyed. She's a bit subtle and nice. Yeah, I'll leave them on the table as possibilities. So, cooking on gas. I said that the other day to my son, cooking on gas. He was like, what on earth are you talking about, Mother? It's like, you never heard the expression cooking on gas? I said, no. It's like, oh, okay. I say it all the time. It just means that you know what you're doing now, and it's all going swimmingly, because cooking on gas is so much better than cooking on electricity. in my opinion. I lived in a few shared houses as a student that had electric cookers. Oh, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And as for them flat ceramic hob things, no idea how to cook with them. We were on holiday in Wales last year, and the little flat that we stayed in had one of them ceramic hobs. Well, neither of us could turn the blooming thing on. It was like we're going to starve. Can't turn it on. No idea how to turn it on. Right, I'm going to stick that like that. So I'm going to cut it up. Like so. So that we can still use the other bit. Oh yeah. Like that. Yeah, that's a really nice sort of match for that, but we want a bit of, just a little bit of toning down around the edges. There we go. Oh, major craft lunch just then. Not sure what's dropped, but something's dropped. Hey ho, sort it out later. So that will go like that, that will go like that. Love it. And then we've got this little thing in the corner there. Yeah, liking it. Liking that. Gonna do a little bit of stamping. So, I do have some sort of fairy stamps I got in a sort of a yardie sale. I thought these were cool. They're indigo blue ones, so they're good stamps. And what does that say? Love every moment, laugh every day, love beyond words. Nice. I like this. This edge here is quite cool. Cool. I don't think it's ever been used. The way that this is, I think this must have been brand new. I probably paid £1 for this, which is incredibly cheap because these aren't cheap stamps. Well, talk amongst yourselves while I try and get this off. Cool. That was a task and a half. Right. Let's get my little thing out again. I'm going to stamp this because it's never been used, I don't think. No way that's been used. I'm going to stamp it on here to see what we get. Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. I'll have that on the top there. I mean, it'd be lovely along the bottom, but we're going along the top. Where's my little bit of paper that I just folded up? Don't know, Jez. So we'll do that. We'll do that so I don't go over the edge there. Right. Have I put ink on this? No idea. Can't remember. Don't retain anything in my head. It just like James sometimes says, he said, I literally told you that 2 minutes ago. I was like, yeah, don't remember. Do not remember at all. liking that. That is lovely up there. I think we need something there. And that will be it done. So what can I put in there to finish that up? Some sort of label. Labels are always good. I have some labels in the back of my big folder. A label there that's illegible. Perfect. Yeah, I think we might go for that one. Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have that in there. And I might put the other side of that doily under there. Managed to bend it up a bit there, yeah. So we'll have that down there. I'll link it up, and then yeah, that is where I'm going with it. So I think I'll double time this with sticking it down. So that's that one done. Yeah, I did change my mind a little bit about how that was going to go down, but I quite like that. So I'm going to do the back in exactly the same way. I've got a big old skull there. We want that covered up. So I'm going to put this together in much the same way. Now I've kind of decided on the composition. I think we're going to go very, very similar. I might pull that out so I can see. Going to go very similar, the different. And so I'll do this sort of speeded up as well. So that's that all stuck down. So we just need to glue these two together up the side to form our pocket. So I think I'm going to do quite a thick bead glue so that it's well and truly stuck strong. Because it's quite a big pocket, so we can afford to lose a bit off the sides. And this is like a floating pocket. Or it could go in a pocket in a pocket. There we go. So now we need our tag to go in the center. Now I could pull out one of the ones that I've already made, but I wanted to show you how I made this one. Yeah, I might make the next one a bit smaller. But yeah, probably just as wide because it's nice that it's sticking out a little bit. So she's pretty. She's pretty. So let's kind of show you what I did. So it's just nice to use book pages, isn't it? And when you've got these big ones, and they just make a nice foundation because they're old, they're vintage, they're not antique, they're vintage. I actually don't know what age it is. I couldn't find one on the thing. So what I did, so we're going this way and we're kind of folding it over. So these I'm gonna fold just a tad over to reinforce, because this is going to be little pockets, tiny little pockets that you could put some memorabilia from whatever it is you're journaling, or you could put something aesthetic in there, something pretty, little tickets, little labels, whatever you want really. So fold that over, and then I kept it at the white edge, but I might go a little bit higher because I think this needs to be a tad shorter. Oh, actually I can just, no, I will keep it at the white. I'll fold the top end down a bit more. So this is going to be my pocket on both sides of the journaling card. Okay, and then we'll fold this down. So we'll go about there, I think, to be the height. Yeah. So this is just folding down there. And then I kind of decided on this what width I wanted. I wanted a bit sticking out. So we'll go to there. So it's all just eyeballing, no measurements at all. And then just make sure it's not actually perfect, but you know, we're junk journalers, we don't really care that much. So just folding that one in, and then that's going to get stuck down on there. So that is how I did it. I'm going to stick that down, and then we'll have a little pocket, well, tuck there and there. So that is the basic construction. And I've made it virtually the same width. I've just made it shorter because I've made this pocket smaller, So yeah, perfect, sticks out, love it. Right, so that was that. So we need to put, I think we'll do this side first, otherwise we're going to get really sticky. So this is totally stuck down. So I'm just doing glue stick because it's going to have loads of things glued to the top. So it'll be fine. And it's quite thin paper. So there we go. So there's that. Gonna do this tiny little lip. And that just gives the edge a bit of reinforcement because it's going to be the top of a little tuck. So it needs to be a little bit reinforced there. So that's going up like so. So I'm going to glue this bit under now. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the edge of this. I mean, it shouldn't come up because it's going to have everything else glued on top of it, but I'm going to glue that down because that bit is all going to get covered up. There we go. This is now getting a little bit sticky. There we go. So now we're going to glue that edge over. Before I do that, I want to ink this little edge here. And this little edge here. There we go, yeah. And I am going to go along the top because it's not perfectly straight, so you're going to see different bits. So we'll glue them, we'll ink them now. And I want to ink the top of this. Could do this bit after. There we go. But as I've inked everything else, I may as well go with it. So there we go. So this can now get glued down. I'm going to put glue on this one because it's ever so slightly shorter than the other side. So I'm going around the edges. And then we'll just fill in the middle. There we go. There's a little strawberry. There we go. So that's that. So I just need to glue up the edge here of my tuck. And on the other side, oh, that one's, how did that one get glued in? Oh, it's because that's the bit that's folded over, is it? I don't know. There we go. So that's my, so that's the basis now. That will, still pretty floppy, but that will stiffen up once the glue dries. So we're going to have one side with, oh, I need a different scrap than that, with some tea dyed paper for journaling on. grab a bit. Oh, we've got a bit aligned there. Yeah, put that on. So, where's my ruler? Just gonna rip, rip, rip. So, rip the end off. There we go. Rip that end off. Down there. I like the top to be slightly ripped. I do like the way that's all layered. Sometimes when I dry my tea dyed paper, I dry it on the kitchen table and overlap paper, which is what I've done there. Overlap lots of different paper to give us that look. Like it. There we go. And then I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna tuck it in the tuck. So that go down there. So a nice big bit of journaling there. And all I did on the other one was I just did a little bit of stamping on it, which I will probably do on this one. So that just so I am gonna think I'm gonna do this little scene. I liked it. There. Smashing. Then it get poked under there a little bit. There. And I think with the way that dyeing went, I think that's all we need. So pop some glue around that, and that's that side done. That was very decisive for me. And all this glue is going to help with the stiffness of this. It's already getting a bit stiffer, but it's going to be loads stiffer in a moment. Right, poke you under there. Yep. There we go. Hope it doesn't ooze out under there. Otherwise the pocket will be glued shut. We don't really want that. There we go. So that's cool. Liking it. And then on this side, we want to do a little bit sort of this again, really. So I might speed it up because you've already seen how I composed these. So I'm either gonna, I'm gonna pull out some things and get that going, but I'll do it, speed it up, because you've seen me do it already. So there we are, I've finished it. That is, I've gone for the little sweet pea fairies, bit more, I picked out like the peachy sort of thing there with the background and the stamps and the doily, and then that side just did that stamping across there. I think you saw that, and then that just slips in there. I did that border stamp to match. We'll go down a bit further there, and that is the back of it. So that is my Roxy's weekly challenge and the weekly challenge for the fairy challenge over on Junk Journaling for Everyone. So I hope you like that. Hope you join in. Don't forget to use the hashtag JJ4E weekly challenge, and you know, join in the group and show us what you've made. Okay, thanks very much. See you all again very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.